Today, 70% of the pro ski people are actually investing on this and working here. This is our own cricket. I don't know how many of you know this. There is a very Indian immersive cricket company called IB Cricket. Right? And you could actually play 50 matches, which have been top matches from different IPL companies, and you can be part of the player. You can play as Bumrah, you can play as Sachin Tendulkar, you can play as whoever you want, like Dhoni. Okay? The main objective is to give you the same feel. But in sports analytics, what the actual company does is recreate the same ball experience for people to have a better shot understanding. All right, let's skip all this. I'm running short of time. We all know the spider cam, which captures everything across, right? But what we have now is this. So this is the latest one. On the table, the player locations are calculated. They are shown in real time when the shooting is happening. So நம்ம இந்த பக்கம் வந்து shoot பண்ண the entire data is getting augmented, it is being pushed, and there are even heat maps. Heat maps என்ன பண்ணுனா, it just tells you what is the proximity. இந்த player வழியா போனோம் அப்படின்னா ball ஈஸியா கொண்டு போலான்ற prediction வரைக்கும் we are able to do it in real time space right now. All right, what has this led into? It has led into people to have minimal contact sport. Taekwondo championship la, last year, Singapore was the first one to say they cannot hit real, right? Because once a player takes a face injury, it becomes too complicated. So today what they are trying to do is, they are trying to start immersive technology as a replacement for actual physical contact sport. So people are coming in with full body mesh. Okay? It is not yet accurate. So that is why it is being treated as a separate, complete esports entity. So when you have, let's say karate, right? When you take a punch to the chest, it really gives you a physical injury. And people here are trying to do the reverse of it. They're trying to say, all you have to do is the pressure and the punch, and we will tell you how far this particular game plan goes by. So on the, whatever you see on the head is the VR goggles that goes with it. The first Olympics for this was conducted last year, and these are things that we do not have an experience with in India today. All right, I'm going to skip this. Now, apart from the training zone, one area where today we have AR, VR contributing a lot is in the rehabilitation space. Now, why do I say rehabilitation is very important is, people lose hope. They don't want to work. They don't want to be the same athletes they are. So what they have done is, they have started implementing real people into treadmills or rehabilitation exercises where you are given a scenario to walk with. So what you are seeing is a player or a sports person who might have broken his ankle, but being encouraged to work with digital scenarios, right? And this is where we have been constantly working to provide a lot of experiences So chiropractors have been using the products that we are seeing. Or if it is going to be shoulder dislocation and you're coming back after an injury, how would you actually use your arm rotation? How would you get back your gaits? Right? So we are moving just beyond physical entities to get there. This is very, very common. Typically, everybody is locked during COVID. People wanted to get inside fitness. So what they have done is, they have started creating these virtual fitness machines. But when you are on the virtual fitness machines, you are doing the sports that you're liking. Right? And the best part is, it is also customizable. Right? So this is the last example for the day. This is a mirror, come gym, come personal coach, come fitness trainer. It's called hyper-personalization, right? So you will have video calls, you will have videos, you will have everything all coming into the small mirror. This is the top talk everywhere, especially in the fitness zone, because it solves 3 problems in one single product. The best part is your coach is personalized. They know your weight, they tell you what to do, what regime to follow. We're going to skip all this because this is one of the proven scenarios. We have so far installed 7 different VR-based yoga practice centers. Right? And this have been where we have given everybody de-stressing exercises. We have given people what kind of yoga practice will help you for a particular reason. Right? Time? Right. Right. So very soon, the last one is, where are we moving towards? Now, what you are seeing in AR is an example of a table completely recreating a football tournament happening in real life. Okay, and the TV la theriyadhu da original. The keela table la theriyadhu is what we call as a 360-degree capture. So you exactly know which player is where, and you always have a full view of things. Now, this unfortunately has a small issue. 5G pattala idukku. It is asking for 6G because of the amount of data it is processing and transmitting. Okay, it might look small, but the truth is, it gives you real-time analytics based on a lot of machine learning models. So it is just not one, it is 17 different AI models. It is 6 different interfaces which actually work to give you this. Last but not the least, where is India in this list? Today, India is one of the countries, நம்ம எப்படி mobile phone accept பண்ணோமோ, we are one of the fastest growing countries where this hardware is available to us because it's small, portable. At the same moment of time, you have more and more young generation who have access to this type of hardware. So this is where a lot of people are pushing to build applications and sports-based exercises in the XR space. But what is missing is very simply the accuracy and the partnership. People who are creating sports application are actually digital technologists. They are not sportsmen, right? And that is where they lack the fundamental knowledge to say how we could make this better. So today, if sportsmen can work with digital technologists, India can be a place where we can do all this high precision systems into mobile phones and into mobile hardwares. Right? You done? All right. The last thing that I want to tell you is why AR, VR, and why not just a mobile phone? The reason people predominantly choose AR, VR removes the distraction in the real world. நம்ம இங்கே ரியல் வேர்ல்டில் இருந்துட்டு ஸ்டெம்ப் மட்டும் தான் ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னும் போது பக்கத்தில் கத்துறவங்க சத்தலேருந்து எல்லாமே கேட்கும். இன் VR, you get that reduced, right? You increase the player focus by 40%. So especially for people who are using archery, getting trained in any kind of a focus sports, this is proven to be already there as a training experiment for people. Right from Japan, China, and the Koreans, they're already using this in multiple precision engineering sports. And we just need to adopt, follow, get trained better. Right? And also, on the big simulators, we don't need to buy it anymore. We are able to build it all in software, deliver it in software, which means hardware cost becomes literally zero to nothing. But we need to learn from the hardware and apply it to the other masses. Your training time shortens. The most important for all the sportsmen. If you take, let's say, 50 minutes trying to get a particular drive correct, in VR, you would get that in 30% lesser time. Right? So that is why we at Kevin Infotech are also saying, we are closely now started working with Dr. Rajkumar, right? Where we are looking at processes where we can contribute. At the same moment of time, we are looking at good information exchange so that we could build some exciting products in XR for our generation and our own Indian audience. Right? Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was a very wonderful and useful presentation. Thank you so much. I request the boys to present there. I request all the girls to come here, stand in fives. You are going to sing Tamil Thai Varthu. Come here. Can you hear me? All the girls, rise up. Come and stand here. Yeah, arrange the chairs on the dais. Volunteers, come on, rise up. All the girls who are seated there. All rise up. Go and stand there. All girls, you should sing Tamil Thai Varthu today.
Good afternoon to one and all present over here. Today we are here to present our project on the smart insole system. Basically, in the recent times, the wearable technology, it has changed a lot, and it hasn't been quite affecting towards the athletes which are present over here. So we have come up with this insole system in which we have provided the basic pressure sensors and the other things which have been, which will give us the basic gait analysis for the athletes who run on a daily basis. So our problem statements was they face face a lot of injury phases and they are not able to enhance their performance. So to enhance their performance, we have given us this insole system which they'll be putting in their shoes, so that will help them to move ahead and run on the basic. And the current limitations which are present according to the wearable devices which are already existing is that we will provide us with the all gate statements, that is the stride length, the cadence and the angle length and the feet length. So based on that, there would be too many complications that are present, and our device will be able to help that. We have used basically 4 to 5 sensors, that is the pressure sensors. This was a basic prototype design, and we have embedded that into a slipper, and for the athletes it would be embedded into a shoe. And while running, these are the advanced sensors which we have used. We have used the pressure sensors, we have used the MPU 6050, as well as we have used it through all the jumpers where we have connected. So these are the main features, and the accelerometer and the gyroscope values are given accordingly. Then piezoelectric sensor has given us the basic sensor, the pressure sensors which are used. Then moving ahead, the basic features which we are there are the real-time feedback which are provided, the customizable data analysis which gives us the insights about the individual athletic needs, and the longitudinal tracking which gives us the which monitors everything. Then this was the basic demonstration. It takes in the input while running for the athletes, and it gives us all the things which are saved in a CSV file, and we are able to provide a proper feedback for the people that will give us the basic gait analysis. These were the readings which we have read from the 4 sensors as well as the MPU 6050 sensors. Then the basic analysis which we have done will be explained by Varun.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'll be talking about the graphs and the results that we have obtained here in the project. We are having the acceleration and the pressure data point where it tells us according to how much pressure was applied on the ground, as well as the acceleration or the movement of the person along the ground. The graphs have been pointed here in 3 directions, X, Y, and Z. We talk about the fluid placement analysis. The red dots there assigns where the foot was placed at what time, and the Y-axis is the FSR reading, basically the force sense reading, the force at which that particular point was applied and how much pressure was applied there. Moving on to the stride length variation means how long that person's stride length is. Basically, it varies from centimeters to meters, so it's been varied through a green flag that we have shown you here. The ground force analysis is basically how much force has been applied on the ground while the person moves forward. So the force and the pressure that has been generated along the ground while the person moves forward is being shown by the ground force analysis. Moving forward, we have the joint angle fluctuations. The main 2 joint angles that we have here are the knee and the ankle. So these are the variations in the joint angles over the time, and by the y-axis shows you the joint angle. On the right-hand side, we have the acceleration data timelines along the time how the acceleration has been done in the 3-way axis, the x, y, and the z axis. These are the key sensor data parameters that we had noticed along the X, Y, and Z axis, and these are the FSR readings for it. The gait analysis matrix is basically the output that we are giving. The gait analysis is how the person has been responding to those pressure and the analysis. The fluid placement analysis is if there are the 3 points, toe off, heel strike, and these are the 2 main points. Toe off is when the person applies the pressure on the toe, and the heel strike is when the person applies backward pressure on the floor. How the audience and the industry impacts the primary benefits and the competitive edgeness. The 4 target market prices that we have are the athletes, the sport teams, the rehabilitation centers, and the fitness enthusiasts. So the primary benefits is you can increase your performance, you can have better analysis of how you have been performing and how you can prevent your injury. So this is the main slide how it talks about. We have the future scope and the next steps. We are trying to integrate it into the shoes. Since till now we have implemented into the chappals for now, but we are trying to implement in the shoe where it can be applied by the athletes while they go on for the Olympics or anywhere running, where they can have a better analysis of themselves. So this is the conclusion where it delivers the real-time feedback and it provides us the personalized athletes, which helps them give a better analysis and help them perform better and have all their analysis stored in a CSV file as well as the sensor-based project. So this is our project, and thank you.
I request all the dignitaries to on the dais. Thank you, boys and girls, for the wonderful presentation. We are about to start the valedictory ceremony. So you must not have seen a huge crowd of girls are going to sing the Tamil Thai Vaalthu. We shall start the session. I request all to raise up from the seats for the தமிழ்த்தாய் வாழ்த்து. Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you, girls. You can take your seat. It was wonderful. Awesome. I request Mr. Jay Naresh to come onto the stage. You are being going to felicitate by our beloved Director of Sports and the other dignitaries on the dais onto the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big hand. I know you're all very hungry. Another 10 minutes, we'll finish off the show. The hot biryani is waiting outside. We can have the biryani in a short time. Within 10 minutes, we'll finish off the show. Thank you. I request Dr. Suresh. I request Dr. Suresh to welcome the gathering.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Director of Sports of SRMIST, I welcome Dr. R. Mohankrishnan Sir, Director of Sports of SRMIST and convener of Second International Conference to the valedictory functions. And I welcome guest speakers, chairpersons, organizing secretary and joint organizing secretaries, faculty members of School of Computing and my own department of faculty members, research scholars, students and all participation to the valedictory functions. Once again, I welcome all. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh. May I welcome Dr. Mohankrishnan, the Director of Sports, to give the valedictory address.
Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends on the days of the days and all the delegates and Melo, my dear friends, as we conclude the conference, I like to express gratitude to each and everyone of a valuable contribution who share the experiments, enrich their understanding, the more innovation in physical education, yoga, science and sports through artificial intelligence. My sincere thanks to our computer science, all the staff members, and to continue harness technology to enhance the sports performance, well-being and the accessibility. The connection were made the more collectively progress. Thank you all the participants and the collaboration with the positive charges. This artificial intelligence, this is I am proud to say, and we proud to say, SRM Director of Sports and Computer Science, School of Computing and Director of Career Center. This is a first and the base meeting of 2036 Olympics. I don't know at that day I am live or not, but this is a first meeting. We are all the part of this meeting. Thank you, thank you, thank you one and all.
Thank you, Director Sir. You live for 100 years. You will be seeing 2076 Olympics. Don't worry. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the report of the second international conference by Dr. Ganesan, the organizing secretary. You take 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, and all. So first of all, I thank to Director Sports Department and Director Career Centers Department and School of Computing Department, all senior professor, especially Dr. Sridhar sir, Dr. Revati Venkatraman, Dr. Pushpalada, Dr. C. Lakshmi, then all 4 HODs. This is a report on second international conference on innovation in physical education, sports, yogic science with leading edge technologies organized by the Srmist, Directorate of Sports in collaboration with the School of Computing. So this is overall view how the key, what are the key events happen on the 3 days. The event starts on November 8th, inaugurated by our Vice Chancellor, Dr. C. Muthamil Selvan, presided over the function, and Professor Indu Bora, Vice Chancellor, LNIP Gwalior, inaugurated the function. After the inaugurated functions, the overall total registration, 138 papers, total registration, participant 138, paper received 110. Out of 110, 7 papers are international paper. They are presented through online. Then total participants 200. So first day, day 1, 8th November, the main keynote speakers and topics, Dr. Yajuvendra Singh Rajput discussed about AI and machine learning application in physical education. How the AI techniques and machine learning techniques used, he elaborated clearly with the examples and live examples also. Then Dr. P. Anbalagan presented on Thirumandiram on inner engineering towards wellness. So he explained very well through Tamil and English. So the participants are very much useful, and real-time applications also they are applied. Then Dr. Rakesh Tomar explored the theme of scientific publication in higher education. So these 3 events happen in day 1. Then day 2, 9th November, Dr. Selva Lakshmi, she talks about introduction to the concept of blended yoga as a unique comprehensive approach. Then Dr. J. Glory Darling Margaret spoke about an AI integration and technological advances in sports, how the AI and data analytics and machine learning concepts used in the event. Then third, Dr. D. Martin addressed the future impact of AI and sports. He is our alumni and he is studied in MTech in our SRM Institute of Science and Technology. Day 3, today, the last day, the morning session, Mr. S. Ulas Raj, he is explained about innovation in sports and competitive gaming's futures. Then Dr. Rajini Kumar Palaniyappan focused on the future of sports through technology-driven sustainable growth. Then last session, Mr. Jay Ganesh BC discussed about augmented and virtual reality application in sports, how the AR and VR concepts applicable in the sports. Thanks, sir. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for your brief report. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to distribute the certificates. I request all the dignitaries to distribute the certificates to all the dignitaries. Mr. Chellappa. Dr. B. Sriperiya. Dr. P.K. Kumar. அப்படியே படிக்க வந்துருங்க, சீக்கிரம் முடிச்சிடலாம். Dr. P. Ranjit. Dr. N. Ganapati, இதே சீக்வன்ஸில் வந்துருங்க. Mr. Bonesh. Mrs. R. Kanchana. Dr. P. Natarajan. Dr. N. Sundarraj. Dr. Lakshmikant Rana. Dr. A. Shubha Shavin Nandana. Mr. V. Kiribanath. Mr. Kannan J. Dr. Tangavel. Dr. A. Selvam. Mr. B. Babu Prasad. Mr. R. Saravanan. Mr. Varun Gadi. Mr. Shiv Rastogi. Palak Seth is here. Nakul Limbanu. Mr. Saiban Sundarraj. Mr. Balaji. You can give a big hand. Is a very hard worker from our department, Simon, Balaji, all our PhD scholars. Mr. Jayvel, Mr. Deepak Sibi, Mrs. Kanchana, Mrs. Chitra, Mr. Suryajit, Mr. Jitin Das, Mr. Praveen, and have Mr. Nadesamurthy. Suri is the கூப்பிட்டனே இல்லையா? நீங்க சொன்னா கரெக்டா இருக்கும். நான் சொல்றதோட நீங்க சொல்லலாம். எவ்வளவு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணிருக்காருன்னு.
Okay. So Nadesamurthy, he is the beginning of the international conference. He is when we started the discuss from which date, sir? One month before. So on that one month before, He is fully supported. Nadey Samurthy and one more, Balaji. Both. I appreciate this both two research scholars from PhD.
Sir, before the conclude the function, about the report சொல்லிட்டாரு கணேஷ் ரிப்போர்ட் சொல்லிட்டாரு. இந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் எப்படி ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணோன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மினிமம் 30 to 40 டேஸில் இம்மிடியட்டாக இவர் சும்மா எங்களோட ஒரு டிஸ்கஷனுக்கு வந்தார். ஏன்னா அவர் என்ன சொன்னார்னா ஒரு சர்டிஃபிகேட் ஒரு கோர்ஸ் மாதிரி நடத்துவோம், அதுவும் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு மட்டும் ஸ்பெஷலாக நடத்துகிறேன்னு சொன்னார் சார், ஆர்டிஃபிஷியல் இன்டெலிஜென்ஸ் மூலியமாக. நான் அப்போ தான் என்னங்க சின்ன கோர்ஸுங்கிறீங்க, நம்ம இன்டர்நேஷ்னல் கான்ஃபரன்ஸ் போயிடுவோம் அப்படின்னு. சார் என்ன சார் இன்றைக்கி தேதி அக்டோபரு, நீங்கள் செப்டம்பர் லாஸ்ட் வீக்கில் அக்டோபர் 1 அன்றைக்கி ரிலீஸ் பண்ணிட்டோம், அடுத்த 30 டேஸ் தான் இருக்குது, நீங்கள் பண்ண முடியுமான்னு கேட்டாவில் என்னோடய டிபார்ட்மெண்ட் டைரக்டர் ஆஃப் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸில் இருக்க ஸ்டாஃபு, அப்புறம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் ஸ்டாஃபு, என்னோடய பிஹெச்டி ஸ்காலர், அவங்களுக்கு கிளாப் பண்ணணும் ஃபஸ்ட்டு. அவங்க தான் அந்த பேக் போன். கடந்த ஒரு 2 வாரமாக 14 நாளாக 15 நாளாக அவங்கள ரெஸ்ட்லெஸ் ஜாப்பாகவும் எப்படி அவங்களுக்கு அதிகமான ஒரு எல்லோரும் இன்னொரு தடவை கூட கைத்தட்டலாம், நல்லா சின்சியராக அவங்க ஒர்க் பண்ண வாசி தான் எங்களால் 29th ஆஃப் பேட்மிண்டனை கன்க்ளூட் பண்ணோம். 26th to 29th, 30th to 4th, அப்புறம் 3 days கேப்பு, திரும்பி 7th to 8th to 10th. பிகாஸ் பிகெயின் தி சக்ஸஸ் என்னோட ஸ்டாஃப் மெம்பர்ஸ், டைரக்டர் ஸ்போர்ட்ஸ் ஸ்டாஃப் மெம்பர்ஸ், அப்புறம் பிஹெச்டி ஸ்காலர்ஸ், அப்புறம் கம்ப்யூட்டர் சயின்ஸ் டிபார்ட்மெண்ட்டு, அவங்களுக்கு நாங்கள் தேங்க்ஸ் சொல்லணும். ஸ்பெஷல் தேங்க்ஸ் டு கணேஷ் சார். மனசுக்குள்ளே கஷ்டமாக தான் இருக்குது, இருந்தாலும் கணேஷ் சாருக்கு ரொம்ப கணேஷ் சாருக்கு ஸ்பெஷல் தேங்க்ஸ். வாட்டர் தேங்க்ஸ் இருக்குது, இருந்தாலும் நான் ஆஸ் அ கன்வீனருங்கிற முறையில் சொல்லிடுறேன்.
ஃபீட்பேக் பை டாக்டர் ரஜினி. 2 minutes தான், பிரியாணி ரெடியாக இருக்குது, முடிச்சிடலாம்.
So it is a nice initiation because so a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Similarly, it is a very good initiation, combining 2 departments coming to solve a problem at the inception level. So that is a great initiation. About 1 month back, Dr. Mohan called me. Rajini sir, we are going to organize an international conference. You are going to come and speak. Then who are the spectators? I said. So it is going to be all PhD scholars, faculty members from Department of Computing, and we are going to release some apps, he said. Then actually I was supposed to be in my native today, but I committed and I am here. So I could see a very good opportunity out of this conference because it is an interdisciplinary. People from different department and industry people also have come forward. So I missed the opportunity for the last 2 days. So, and I consider this Chengalpattu district as a hub for future sports and integrate with an integrated technology approach because Crescent, SRM, then VIT, Hindustan, and even medical colleges, 4 medical colleges are in and around. So I am representing that one. So why I am saying this is accessible even if we sign an MOU with regard to exchange of knowledge or exchange of facilities. So just half an hour, 40 minutes travel, whichever the institute it may be. So I wholeheartedly congratulate and thank the organizers, Department of Physical Education and Sports Sciences under the headship of Dr. Mohan, and Department of Computing faculty, and all the PhD scholars and all the students and fellow industry people, alumni, everybody. It is a good initiation. Definitely it should be an annual event with more insights. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rajini. I request Dr. Shiva, the Joint Organizing Secretary, to propose vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, one and all present here.
Mr. John Rupan, please come here. Thank you. Dr. Shiva, you can continue your vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, honorable present here. I would like to extend my heartful thank to our esteemed management for privileged such a wonderful opportunity to be part of this excellent international conference. First and foremost, a special thank to our special guest speakers. Our special thanks to our dynamic director, Dr. Krishnan. Our special thanks to Dr. Sridharan, the Department of Computer Science, my dear friend, Dr. Ganesh. The last but not least, my deepest appreciation to all my colleagues and friends for this hard work and collaboration together. To our paper presenters, thank to your searching, your research and innovation ideas with us. Finally, a big thank to our sponsors, SIMS Hospital Vadabalani, SRM Global Hospitals, SRM Foundation, Pudhiya Talamurai Foundation, HDFC Bank, Murugan Paints, KP Diesels, NK INR Tires, Anna Engineering, Sri Jairam Enterprises. My publication sponsors, Milangi Publication, Puducherry, and sincere thank to the Madras FC and Amita. Thank you, one and all person here. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shiva. I request everyone for rise up for the national anthem. நம்ம அனைவரும் சேர்ந்து பாடுவோம் நாட்டு பண்ணை. Thank you, Nandal. All the staffs from our departments be here. Request all the girls to just go and have a lunch. You are given the first preference because you all kept quiet for a long time. Please. Boys can follow the girls only to have food.